sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need to win, who need to win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We just stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the hill. We just step on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just step on, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
To kick off for San Francisco.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
56, the mark, boys, 56.
On third down, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a second and 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 76 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw is Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Garoppolo on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Complete.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 60. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Watch the slap, watch the slap. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Complete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Cowboys, nothing.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down.
And a 49er 1st down.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
On the stop.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and...
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Watch the run. Here go 47.
Prescott to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And Prescott his 3rd interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
It don't even matter, baby. It don't matter. It's okay.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo lets it go for Nelson. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Finding some room in midfield. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Garoppolo finding his tight end, Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown.
3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Niners 20, Cowboys nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going up top for Taylor. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Intercepted. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Go! Check! Check! Here we go, 46.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
You got tape. You got tape right there. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54.
Here's Elliott. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And now here is another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
3rd and long for Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here we go. Black 80. Let's go, G. Hey, alert. Left hand.
first down. Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
23.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense around.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the 20.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
You're not ready. You're not like 47.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, Prescott stripped. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
46.
Prescott down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's a gain of 6.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And now here is another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Looking long for his tight end read. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First and goal.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. It's Coleman here. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make.
That's caught inside the 20.
You get nothing and like it.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
2nd and goal.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To throw is Garoppolo. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now goal for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be be left now with 3rd and 1. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 54 yards. To the air again, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got a man complete. The 30.
You gotta love it, baby. Give me some more.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake.
Bring it! Bring it!
And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the
line of scrimmage. The 31 now on 1st and 10.
How about 47? We're going to 54. Why?
Prescott from the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Blue dead. I got you. Mike's by 4. 1, Omaha.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And now here is another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Niners 49.